Yo, what's up? My name is Petrowski, and I plan to breed a shiny cranidos. Now, there's two ways I can do that, or multiple ways that I'll be inducting in both. So, you can breed cranidos with Ditto permanently and try to just end up breeding a shiny cranidos. So there's breeding, and there's skull fossils, which are the only way to encounter a shiny cranidos in the wild, or quote unquote encounter. So if we go to the item list and look up skull fossils, I believe they're around 9 to 10k a piece. They can be pretty expensive. But with those, you do have a chance of getting like a decent cranidos with good IVs. You can like resell and make some money. This is the much more extremely expensive method of shiny hunting cranidos, and I don't really want to do that route. I will be majority breeding by far, but I'm not quite ready to breed. I don't really quite have the box space. I still have to finish some other grinds. I still have to do some other stuff. So whenever skull fossils come up on the GTL for really cheap, around like 7k or less, maybe 6k or less, I go ahead and scoop them up whenever I can. And to also help prepare, I'm going to go ahead and kind of catch some of my own. And I think this would be a really cool video for you guys and show you guys what 1 hour of loot looks like from farming skull fossils, because they're pretty expensive right now. They're worth around 10k each, and I'm all about. I obviously want to bring more skull fossils into the game for my own selfish needs to maybe breed that cranidos for a cheaper price. So I might as well make this video, teach you guys how to do it, and I think it might just be a really good money making method along the way. So we're gonna be right here north of Jubilife City in Sinnoh. You're going to need a Rock Smash Pokemon or a Rock Smash Ocarina, a Dig Pokemon or a Dig Ocarina, and then a catching Pokemon like Breloom or Smeargle. And what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, smash these rocks until we get an encounter. We got one right away, and then we just have to catch this Pokemon and hope that it has a fossil. And that's really all. That's all there is to it. That's all you can do. I believe you can thief or covet these Pokemon as well, but I like catching them because then you might also just get like a decent IV Geodude that you can go ahead and sell on the GTL, so you can make profit in that way as well. So you're kind of farming Pokemon as well as farming items such as the fossils. There are two fossils that I'm going to be getting. I believe the other fossil is maybe it's the helmet fossil. It's the Shieldon fossil. I'm not quite sure what it's called on the top of my head. Helmet doesn't look like it. It might be something else. It might just be shield fossil. I wonder if I can. Nope. Okay. Anyways, not too worried about that. We'll see that when we catch one. But yeah, I'm just going to be false swiping, sporing. I need to buy a lot more Pokeballs. I'm going to stock up on some Pokeballs. I'm just going to be false swipe, sporing any Geodude encounters and hoping that they have a fossil on them. Simple as that. I'm going to go ahead and pick up some more Pokeballs before starting. I wanted to show you guys the method before starting the actual hour. But I'm going to go ahead and head out of the cave, fly back, pick up some Pokeballs, head back to the cave, and I'm ready to start the hour whenever you guys are. Alright, but that's everything I needed to cover. Now from this point on, I'm going to go ahead and set a 1 hour timer on my phone and get to catching and see how many skull fossils or fossils in general I can just get at this location. So 3, 2, 1, go. I will see you guys every time I get a fossil. Alright, we did get our first item, but it's just a hardstone, not a fossil, unfortunately. But that's okay. I think those still go for not too much, probably. Can actually go ahead and check. They might go for like 2k or something, but they're probably pretty cheap. Yeah, around 1500 Pokeyen, so not super worth noting, but I do want to call out any item I get during this loot from and any sort of decent Geodude or any decent Pokemon caught. Alright, there's a 1x31 male mineral egg group breeder, so that's super worth noting. That will be a little bit of extra Pokeyen. Probably around 8k would be my guess. Alright, we finished our first run through all of the rock smashes in that cave, and it took around 7 minutes. We still have around 53 minutes left in the challenge, so pretty cool. It's cool to know the average time it's going to take to clear out the cave. That'll be a really important time measurement. Alright, there we go, our first fossil, the skull fossil, and a decent breeder, honestly, at that. Only 9 minutes into the challenge, so really cool. That's 10k right there. This really could be a super underrated money-making method, dude. It's shocking how few skull fossils are on the market right now. It's crazy. Really good opportunity to take advantage of. Alright, and there's a 1x31 breeder. Nice in speed. Nice. Dude, I'm legitimately really excited to see my profit per hour after this method. I really think this could be a super underrated, solid money-making method. Not the best item, but another hardstone worth checking in on. Alright, another 1x31 coming in, this time in HP, and it's female. Alright, there we go. There's the other fossil type, the armor fossil. That's going to be for Shieldon / Bastion. This Pokemon, ooh, I closed on accident. That Pokemon's actually also a 1x31 and 1x30 Geodude, though. So, really great catch, getting a cool fossil plus a decent Pokemon to sell. On top of that, I believe how much the armor fossil is a lot less than the skull fossil, around 5k, but still a really cool catch nonetheless. Should be worth that. That entire catch is probably worth like 15 to 16k, which is really cool. Alright, another skull fossil. We still have 38 minutes left in the event. We've already gotten 2 skull fossils, so I'm pretty happy with that. This honestly might be a really cool casual thing that I just started doing. It's just so comfy, and it's pretty chill, and I'm really enjoying this method. Alright, a nice another 1x31 in speed, the most expensive IV to have that 31 in. Super cool. Alright, there's an Everstone off of Geodude. That's around a nice 5k. Those will also be a super solid item to keep track of during the Pokeyen gain. I'm pretty lucky that I've gotten 2 skull fossils so far. Out of all the items that I've gotten, you really want to be aiming for those skull fossils, obviously, since they're around 10k a pop. Alright, another hardstone, but it's also on a Geodude with 31 HP and 30 special defense and some other stats going on. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that as 1x31 more, and there's a hardstone on top of it, so not too shabby. Alright, another 1x31, 1x31 special defense on a male breeder as well. There's currently around 20 minutes left in the challenge, hoping to get maybe 1 or 2 more skull fossils. Okay, a 2x31, you'd love to see that. Unfortunately, it is in special attack and attack, so it's the 2 worst stats to get a 2x31 in, because then you're kind of competing in different areas, and there's not many mixed Pokemon in the mineral age group, etc., but still should be around 30k probably at like the cheapest, so still pretty happy with that. A pretty good hour, honestly, of Pokeyen profit. Alright, there we go, another skull fossil. Absolutely love to see it. I believe that's our 3rd of the video. There's around 15 minutes left in the challenge, so getting 3 or 4 skull fossils an hour plus the IVs on the Pokemon you're catching is pretty dang fantastic. That just adds an extra, like 30 to 40k profit on already farming an age group Pokemon. Alright, another 1x31, this time in special attack. That's a pretty cheap IV in the mineral age group, so nothing too special, probably only around 4k or so. Alright, another 1x31, pretty cool. It's also in special attack, unfortunately, but there is currently only around 10 minutes left in the challenge, so I thought this was a good checkpoint and check mark to say what's up. Okay, another Everstone. That's an easy 5k, so super notable item for sure. Another Hardstone, nothing to write home about, but worth noting. Okay, there's a super nice catch. 31 speed plus some more going on. Pretty beautiful. 1x31 more. Super easily labeled Pokemon. Just a really nice catch, honestly. Alright, there's only around 35 seconds left in the challenge. But I'm going to go ahead and try to head back to the cave and maybe do one more encounter if possible. We'll see, but I'm going to try my best. 25 seconds left as of this clip. Alright, I ended up getting an encounter as soon as the timer went off, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this encounter and go ahead and go from there. But yeah, that's it. That's the 1 hour of loot from fossil Pokemon, or at least catching fossil Pokemon, fossil hunting, rock smashing, whatever you want to call it. All there's left to do now is go head to my PC and do a ton of math and add up the numbers and figure out how much profit I made in 1 hour of hunting fossils. But let's go ahead and see the last catch. Come on, maybe give me a skull fossil to finish it out on. No item, no IVs. That's totally understandable. Time to go do a ton of math. Alright, we do have an almost full, really nice box of Geodudes here. Almost 60 Geodudes caught. It's around 56, I believe, because it's 60 in the -4. So, yeah, around 56 Geodudes caught. I'm going to go ahead and start counting all of the items and releasing the Geodudes that have no value to us. Alright, I've got my trusty calculator here. Let's go ahead and run through the price of all the items first. So I've got 4 hardstones. I'm going to only calc those at around 1,500 profit each. It's going to cost a little to sell them, and then they might take a while, but I should be able to sell them for around 1,500, maybe 2k if we're lucky, at a good time. Anyways, 1,500 times 4, it's going to be 6,000. Now let's do skull fossils. We ended up getting 3 of those. Those are easily 10k a pop, so that'll be an easy plus 30k onto that. And then there was another fossil, I believe. We also have Everstones. Let's do Everstones really quick. So we got 2 Everstones. Those are easy 5k a pop, so another plus 10k there. And then we had one more fossil. I forget what it's called already. Let's go ahead and use this to check. I believe it was, yeah, armor fossil. That's around 5k a piece. So I'm going to add 5k for that. So on items alone, already we caught 42k profit worth of items. So that's pretty crazy for only 1 hour of work, especially this is like a pretty low requirement, pretty low like new player method. If you're like, you can be like really early into Sinnoh and do this method. Pretty crazy, pretty cool. 42k is super solid. Now it's time to add the price of all the 1x31s and all of the sellable Pokemon to that price check. Okay, I actually didn't catch any noted Geodudes. I just caught 10 1x31s Geodudes and then a 2x31. So this will be super easy. Now I just have to clear out all of these random Geodudes that I don't need anymore, and there's a lot of them. And I definitely recommend doing this. Cleaning out your boxes is super important in PokeMMO, and it's going to save you a ton of time. My clicks here are not great, and I misclicked. See you guys in a sec. Alright, after browsing through the GTL prices on the Mineral Egg group, I feel pretty comfortable pricing each one of these at around 7,500 Pokeyen on average. So it's going to be 7,500 times 10, come out to an easy, clean 75k. And then this male one with 2x31 is actually only going to sell for 25k. So that is super, super important to think about. So we're going to do plus 25k for that one, and then plus 75k. I could have just done plus 100k. Honestly, for all of the Pokemon. So all of the Pokemon came out to a value of around 100k with a 2x31, and then all of the items came out to a value of 42k. So total revenue, maybe not profit, or I froze which one's which, but total Pokeyen brought in from this hour was 142k Pokeyen, which is super insanely solid, especially for a semi-early game method. It's a little weird because you're going to need Rock Smash, so you need to get up to like a certain point in the storyline, and you also need like a decent catching mon at like a lower level. It's going to be a little more complicated if you're doing this low level, but really, really simple method, really cool, great way to bring some skull fossils into the game. There's also a lot of RNG involved. You could get like a really, really good hour and like a really bad hour. I would say this hour was probably decently above average, maybe 60% out of 100 in terms of maybe 65. It's a pretty decent hour if I had to rate it. It was pretty solid. Getting a 2x31 and getting 3 skull fossils is a pretty definitely above average hour. So pretty happy with that. Pretty incredible stuff. 142k profit made, not counting the cost of all the Pokeballs and listing fees. That's some extra math that I don't super feel like doing so far, but if you guys want to go ahead and test this for yourself, I really encourage it. But that's everything for this video. I hope you guys really liked this video. I hope you know, if you did like it, go ahead and like the video physically and subscribe to see more PokeMMO content. Check out the description for links for more PokeMMO content. You can also become a YouTube member to me for $5 a month if you really want to support me in that way. You can join the Discord linked below and meet a bunch of cool people and hang out there. There's a really cool community forming there, and I'm very fortunate and lucky to have so many great people in there. But that's all for today. Hope you guys are having a great day. And if you go try this method, go ahead and sell some cheap skull fossils on the GTL because I really need them. But I hope you guys make a ton of Pokeyen yourself doing this method. So have a fantastic day, and I wish you the best of luck in your PokeMMO journey.